Welcome back to JB Reviews. Who is excited about the 2024 Lexus GX550? So, my wife and I are on a list to get one ordered, and I'm excited to see one in person. Now, this video is going to be about the premium. If you're thinking about ordering one, or if you're kind of in between some of the trim levels, this is going to be specifically for the premium. I am going to do more videos on the premium plus, luxury plus, and then of course I might just do one video for the over trails. But apart from that, let's get into the video. Now, if you are new with the Lexus GX550, the premium is going to be the entry-level model. This one starts around $64,250. And here's some notable standard equipment that you're going to get with this model. And you got to keep in mind, it's a Lexus, so a lot of things do pretty much come standard. For example, you're going to get 7-passenger seating. Now, the reason why I put that on there is because the Lexus LX does have 5-passenger for the base model. Up next is the leather trim seats, which is a new Lux as they call it. 8-way power adjustable front seats, heated and ventilated, and they have adjustable headrests. Triple beam LED headlamps, fixed running boards, power folding outside mirrors, and it comes standard with a sunroof and roof rails. Not the crossbars, but just the roof rails that the crossbars will connect to. Also, 14-inch touchscreen display with navigation, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a receiver hitch, and a trailer brake will come standard, and that's probably because the premium will give you max tow, okay? Up next is the Torsion limited slip diff, and it has a locking feature. So those are all the features you're gonna get standard on the premium. So there's a lot of nice things in there. One of the things I was pretty excited about was the 14-inch display. I do like that they gave that to this Lexus premium model. Up next are things that don't come standard but are available as an option or part of a package. The very first thing is a heated leather trim steering wheel, wireless phone charger, and I'll show you guys some of the pricing for some of these things too in a second. Tonneau cover, fast response interior heater, headlamp washers, windshield wiper deicer, and you can get the 10.7-inch heads-up display. And those things are not standard, but they do come a part of a package. The next list I'm going to show you guys are things that are just not available. So you can either get these things on the Premium Plus or other trim levels too. So the first thing is you cannot get the semi-inline leather seats. So that's the premium leather seating that the Premium Plus comes available with. I believe it's probably part of a package, and we'll clarify that in the next video. The power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So you would have a manual adjustment for the steering wheel on the regular premium. Heated second row captain's chairs, which is seating for 6. And power folding third row seats. Memory driver seat, heated second row outboard seats, and that's gonna be for the bench. LED fog lamps, power rear door with kick sensor, and 360 camera. So unfortunately, I would probably step up one trim level to the Premium Plus just for the 360 camera for my wife, because that's a nice feature. And having the kick function too is really nice too. So I think something else that most people would like is the power steering column, because you can connect that with your seat memory. So just keep those things in mind.
Let's go ahead and build a premium. Now, as I mentioned, the price is $64,250. And then here's some of the specs here. So it does have the twin turbo V6, 349 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, and it shows here it can tow up to 8,000 pounds. So if you do need max tow, this is the trim you're going to want to have. But I will admit, this thing has a shorter wheelbase than you'd want to tow with, so I would say 3,000 to 4,000 pounds would probably be max. Now, as far as the colors go, there's 7 to choose from. You have Nebula Gray, you have Atomic Silver, and this Nori Green color is a really pretty one. It's actually no charge for that too. Now, Eminent White is a $500 charge. They have Caviar, and this is going to be the Incognito, which is really nice color, especially with the black bottom part of the SUV. And then you have blue. So this is called Nightfall Mica. Now, no matter which interior color you get, I don't see that they made any restrictions for the color. So if you want to get Incognito with the saddle, I mean, it looks like that's available. So this is the black. This is the saddle that you guys just saw. And then this is like a two-tone gray color. So it has like a black, and then the insert of the seat is gray. So to each his own. I mean, I think that if I were building one, I think that the Nebula Gray is probably the nicest color, and I would probably choose just the regular black interior. So up next are the wheels. So you only get a 20-inch wheel. It's a 6 twin-spoke alloy, and it's like a dark gray color. You have the cold weather group for $350, and here's what's going to come in that package. I kind of listed it out earlier, but here's just another listing of it right there. Up next is the tonneau cover, so you guys will see that change on the interior right here. So here's the tonneau cover, the seats fold flat, and wireless phone charger. If you are building one from the factory, I think any dealership that might be building one, I would highly recommend they just add that wireless phone charger. It just makes so much sense to do that. And then if you want the traffic jam assist, they do have that for $840. Heads up display, as I mentioned earlier. Now some of the accessories, so if you want to have the blackout for the emblems, so it's like an overlay that they put on them. And I think for $199, that might not be a bad idea, especially when you have darker color wheels, things like that too. They do have the crossbars here and a few other things. Most people are going to want to choose the all-weather floor mats. I highly recommend the all-weather cargo mat too. And one last thing I want to show you guys, you do have these style roof racks. These look really nice. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture for you. So they're just like a little bit bigger right there, and they have more like that off-road rugged look. So I think that if I were buying one of these, those would probably be the ones I would choose. And apart from that, everything else here is just like accessories. So I mean, I'm not gonna go through all these things here, but they have a lot of nice features, like off-road features there. They have other rack for the top of the roof. And let's kind of go ahead and take a look at the pricing. So as I said earlier, that price earlier was including destination, which was $1,350. It's right here. And just with a few things that I added on to it, it's only $66,000. Well, I say only, but it's not only. It's still expensive, but for what you're getting, I think this is a pretty good price. So $66,224.
So the GX550 Premium is really well appointed. You're telling me this SUV starts under $65,000 with destination, and when you add a few decent options and features, it can still be had for under $70,000. I think that's a great deal, especially in this time frame. If we were looking 10 years ago, yeah, thinking about a GX550 being this much money, obviously, yeah, it would be expensive, but that was 10 years ago. I mean, LX was probably, you know, about this price point 10 years ago. Well, it was probably more than that, actually. 2013 was probably closer to 80, 90 grand. But I think that for some, the Premium will check all the boxes, but some people are gonna probably want like the captain's chairs in the second row. The wireless charger comes standard on Premium Plus. And I'm hoping that when dealers do spec them for the lot, hopefully they do come in with those features, because I think most people today like that wireless charger, because it's not really to fast charge the phone, it's really to kind of maintain the battery. So when you plug in your phone, like, it's just charging it really fast, versus if you're on a long trip, you get the wireless charger and it's just kind of trickle charging the phone, which I like. And one thing to keep in mind is, from the Premium all the way to the Luxury Plus, they all have the same powertrain. So same horsepower, same torque, same transmission. You don't have to worry about thinking that you're not getting enough power. And they all have four-wheel drive, full-time four-wheel drive at that. So you don't have to push a button to turn on the four-wheel drive system. That's the coolest thing about the Lexus GX550 and the LX. When the Land Cruiser was still being made here, you can get that in full-time four-wheel drive. And there's not a lot of SUVs that have full-time four-wheel drive. So I believe you have to go up to a higher trim level to get the center locking depth. I don't know if you can get that on this one. I have to go back and look, but I'll put it here in the video. How about that? But I hope you guys like the video. When we get to the Luxury Plus, that's the model my wife is mostly interested in. Right now, I haven't said this yet, but we are kind of looking at an LX too. So My wife kind of bumped herself a little bit higher because there's a few things with the LX that she liked more so than the GX. So we'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. But the Luxury Plus is what we were gonna be ordering if we do get a GX, and I will show you guys exactly the spec that my wife built. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. See you guys soon.